Hello everyone, this is Ashin Prasad. I'm here to preview the Copa America 2024. The Copa America is one of the biggest tournaments which is usually played between the South American teams, but this time around we'll have six CONCACAF teams competing as well. This edition of the tournament will be the 40th edition, being held in the United States of America. This will be the second time USA is hosting this tournament. And if you look at historically, Argentina and Uruguay are the most successful teams with 15 titles each. So the tournament starting on 19 June gives these two teams an opportunity to one-up each other. If you're looking at the favorites, we can't look beyond Argentina. They are the defending champions and also the world champions, having won the World Cup in Qatar after a long gap over like 30 years. The team will obviously be led by the world's best player in Lionel Messi, still going strong at 36, and they have a fairly settled squad. Not many changes from the World Cup. I think they've only lost one match since then in the World Cup qualifiers. They're doing well in the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers as well. They're sitting on top of the table with 12 more rounds to go. The head coach will be Lionel Scaloni, so there is a lot of continuity to look forward to. So yeah, you can't bet against them to take this title again. If you traditionally you would also look at Brazil as another favorite, but their form has been going downwards since 2023. They have a new coach, Dorival Jr. coming in, and if you look at the squad, there is no Neymar, who has an ACL injury. They left out Casemiro. Edison is injured, Richarlison is injured, so a lot of young players have come up, but this also gives them an opportunity to for the next gen to like step up. Vinicius Jr., who's had a excellent season with Real Madrid, winning the Champions League and La Liga. Rodrigo again with Real Madrid, fairly young, 23, 22-year-olds, and also a new Brazil's young sensation is coming through. Endrick in his first 3 matches for Brazil since March has scored 3 goals. That's only been matched by the legendary Pelé. So a lot will be expected of him to come up with the goods. In terms of defensive mainstay, it's Marquinhos who will be leading the team. But if you look at their form, they have suffered plenty of losses. In the World Cup qualifiers in 2026, they're currently sitting 6th. So there's a danger of them missing out on the World Cup, but still 12 more rounds to go. If they have a good Copa America campaign, they can take a lot out of that to build towards in that qualifiers. And in 2024 as well, they have won 3. They're undefeated in 3 matches. One against England, a draw against Spain as well. So some momentum in this year. So hopefully they would want to like continue with build on that. Another big team or a favorite which we'll be looking at is Uruguay. As I mentioned earlier, they have a lot of history and tradition in this tournament, but this time around they won't have Edinson Cavani, one of the stalwarts and one of the leading strikers. But another leading striker in Luis Suarez is still around. He's 37, still going strong, and also they will have to rely on Darwin Núñez, who we have seen in Liverpool. He's a kind of a hit and miss, but on his day he can trouble anyone. If you give him 4 chances, most likely he will score 1 or at least 2 goals, and which Argentina found out last year in the World Cup qualifier. Argentina's only defeat in this period has been against Uruguay away on their own soil, courtesy Uruguay. Now, if you're looking at the dark horses, Colombia is the team to look out for. They're unbeaten in 22 matches, having missed out on the World Cup last time. They now have a fairly solid squad coming through. They have a good spine in David Ospina, the goalkeeper, James Rodriguez, Yermy Mina in the defense, and a bunch of other players, exciting young forwards and midfielders in that lineup. Recently they beat USA in a friendly 5-1 away from home, and some of the scalps which they have had in the last 18 months include Spain and Germany and even Brazil. So they would be one of the teams to look out for. And one clash, I think, like what everyone would be looking forward to would be Brazil versus Argentina. But if they win all their matches, they could potentially meet in the final. They won't be meeting any other time. So a lot will be expected of that. In terms of the players to watch out for, Lionel Messi, what could potentially be his last international tournament. Everyone thought that after the World Cup success in Qatar, that would be the perfect time for him to bow out, but he's still continuing. He wants to defend the Copa America title, and who knows, he might even potentially be around for the 2026 World Cup in America, where he's currently playing with Inter Miami. And lastly, in terms of the players who won't be in action, will be Neymar, the biggest name. An injury, unfortunate injury. His career has been riddled with some unfortunate injuries. So he lately had a setback with an ACL last year. So he won't be available for this tournament. Richarlison, Brazilian striker, won't be in action. Paulo Dybala, a wonderful striker who's playing with AS Roma right now, who's injured as well. And lastly, Guillermo Ochoa. Whenever a major tournament comes up, the World Cups, he's someone who always stands out with the Mexican team with his superb saves, penalty saves. But it seems like there's been a change in guard with Mexico. They have looked past him and dropped him from the squad. So these are the star names who won't be in action in the Copa America in the USA. Along with the Euros, we'll also be covering Copa America extensively with live blogs, features, news updates. So keep following Sportstar.